Now, although he wasn't flagged on the play, many players have criticized his decision and have brought up previous incidences. And yesterday, Mac addressed those accusations to the media, and here's what he had to say.
Obviously, that's a big part of it. Is everybody, has an opinion, and the biggest thing for me is just focus on being the best teammate I can be and earning the respect of the people in this building and the people I care about. So obviously I have respect for everybody around the league, and it takes a lot to get to this league. And I know there's really good players out there, and we're all playing hard and trying to win.
He's definitely building a reputation for himself right now. And if this is the player you want to be, you're just going to have to deal with the backlash and the consequences. And now that we're talking about it and the videos everywhere, other players are seeing it, you're going to get some retaliation, most likely on the field. Now, that particular play they're talking about, obviously through an interception, pick six, he went after a guy that wasn't necessarily involved. He was kind of involved in the play, but not really. It wasn't going to matter. That was a frustration takeout is what that was. So I don't have a problem with it as long as you're not trying to injure somebody.
Well, that's what they're saying.
That's what this was.
He essentially went low
for that play.
And you can get injured. I mean, you can get injured in lots of ways, but obviously that player is not.
That play right there, you don't want to be going.
What do you do? Like, what is he going to do, though? What is Eli Apple going to contribute to that? You should be chasing down the guy that has the ball.
That was a frustration takeout. That's what that was.
Well, look.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of things to be frustrated about. I'm with you. If you want to play the villain, then you got to be able to deal with the backlash. I would not necessarily recommend that for a quarterback.
No.
Save that for
you already have a target on you.
Save that for the other guys. Yeah. You're getting dunked by Chandler Jones. It's probably not the best idea to be generating animosity in that kind of space. I don't. It was probably a dirty play. It was a frustration play. I don't know that I look at Mac Jones as a dirty player.
No,
I kind of save those for, a higher level of a higher standard, I suppose. He's right. Everyone's trying to win, but that was a frustration play.
It was a frustration play.
More so than not. I just wish you would admit in that situation,
I was frustrated.
I was frustrated. I shouldn't have done that. It's in the moment. I'm a competitor. I'm glad no one got hurt. Whatever. But to be like, oh no, I was just trying to be a part.
Everyone has opinions.
Okay.
Everyone has opinions.
Well, we also all have eyeballs.
Yep.
And he wasn't a part of that play.
Everyone's looking at it now.
I don't know. I just don't recommend that as a lifestyle for a quarterback.
No.
For a talk show host, fine. But for a quarterback, you kind of have people trying to hit you. It's
don't give him extra ammo.
It's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
It's a choice. It's a choice. I'll say that. That's Alex Curry with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
MJ Acosta Ruiz, host of NFL Total Access on NFL Network, joins us next on The Herd. Joy Taylor in for Colin Cowherd. Time for new tires. Trust the experts at TireRack.com. They've been crushing it for over 40 years. They've got the experience, knowledge, and passion to assist every driver. Go to TireRack.com/Colin. Tell them what you drive. Try their easy-to-use tire decision guide. Answer a few questions, and you'll get a personalized tire recommendation, the right tires for how, what, and where you drive. They've got the full
turn for the playoffs, but the latest report from Dan Graziano indicates that the team is unsure of how much the injury will affect Hurts when he finally does return to action. Now, this is obviously a very delicate situation.
Right.
He is in the MVP conversation. Jalen Hurts is having an unbelievable year, and he has an injury right now, shoulder injury, and you want him to be at 100% once he reaches the playoffs, right? So even if you do bring him back, is he going to hurt it by the time he gets to the playoffs? Or if you rest him the last two games, is he going to be close to 100%, or is he going to be rusty maybe heading in to the playoffs?
Well, that's why it's really unfortunate that this injury is happening at this point in the season, because you don't want to force him back early, but you would probably like to get him some action to get whatever that rust is off. Now, the good news is he's a young player, so I don't know how much, and he was playing at a very high level before the injury, so I don't know how much of that rust is going to be real. and so much as it will just be him being uncomfortable with the injury. In my opinion, forget the MVP race. That's done. He's Patrick Mahomes is going to win the MVP, as he should. He's had an unbelievable season. Patrick Mahomes is going to win the MVP.
Yeah.
Who cares about the MVP? Jalen Hurts is trying to win a Super Bowl. The Eagles are trying to win a Super Bowl.
The ultimate goal.
What you need, is specifically because this is his throwing shoulder, is to get him as healthy as possible.
Yes.
Now, I don't care what you said or think about that Cowboys game. They need Jalen Hurts. I don't care what your opinion is. I don't care that Gardner Minshew threw for 4,000 yards. He also turned the ball over 3 times.
Yeah. They can compete.
Jalen, just compete. There's there's not an asterisk next to the wins or loss. They competed. They lost.
Yeah.
They need to win, and the games that they're trying to win, they can't lose, or you're out. So that's the point of the season that we are in right now. So to me, it's much more imperative that Jalen Hurts is healthy for the postseason than whatever's going on right now.
Well, another positive thing is that right tackle Lane Johnson delayed surgery for a torn tendon in his abdomen for the postseason, so he can play after the postseason, so he can play. So that's a positive for the Eagles.
That he's going to be out there is huge. Again, no one's 100% this point of the season, but you don't want to be getting injured at this point in the season. It's just a bad time for the Eagles. I think they're good enough to overcome it, but it's all very concerning.
It's all very concerning. But let's switch gears to another injury. The Packers are still chasing one of the final wildcard spots in the NFC, but the road to the playoffs is far from certain, with Aaron Rodgers banged up and nursing a knee injury he suffered in Week 16. Rodgers was held out of practice yesterday, but expects to play Sunday, and here's what he had to say.
I got a lot of body weight on my knee. Had some extra flexion I haven't known for the last 20 years, so just been doing rehab the last few days. I'm feeling a lot better. Usually this is how it goes. You're dealing with something throughout the year, whether it's a major or minor. Always got to do the body maintenance. But, it's a good opportunity for Jay to practice and get his reps in, and good opportunity for me to get some rest.
Now, it sounds like he's going to be okay, and he's going to play.
Yeah, he'll play.
But he's 39 years old. He just turned 39. And any injury, obviously, in football, but especially at that point in your career and with a quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, your best player on the team, it's concerning. It's also not his only injury he's dealing with right now. He's still dealing with his injured thumb. So, disappointing season for the Packers, to say the least.
It's been incredibly disappointing. They've gone on a nice run the past couple games, and to Rodgers' credit, he's been tough this year. He's played through the injury all season long, and he doesn't rely on his legs as a quarterback, so there is at least that. It's not taking away his ability to run or anything. That's not what he leans on anyway. But look, they've got a stretch ahead of them. They have to beat the Vikings, then beat the Lions, then the Giants to lose out. They play the Colts this weekend. And then we'll probably play the Eagles backups. And they also need the Commanders to lose once. And Washington plays Cleveland this week, and then Dallas in the last week, who also might be resting players. So they need a lot. Starting with being a very good Vikings team and a very good Lions team. Yeah. So I think it's still a very, very big stretch / a miracle. But look, they're playing in meaningful games. Yep. Aaron's going to be out there. And I think it's a good thing, at least for the Packers, that they have been able to turn this around and be alive at this point in the season.
Show that they can do it. You think they're going to get in? Gut feeling?
No, I don't.
All right.
No.
True.
Listen, it'd be exciting to have Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs.
It always is. You want the best players.
There's a lot. You got to beat the Vikings. You got to beat the Lions. The Giants need to lose to both the Colts and the Eagles, and the Commanders need to lose once as well. You're asking a lot. And that's why you need to win these games early in the season. We talk about, you can go on the stretch or whatever. No, this time in the season, that you have to pay for that. So you want to be able to be in control of your playoff destiny, and they're not. So
you got to win early then.
Yes.
All right, let's stick with quarterbacks, because Mac Jones has been facing accusations that he's a dirty player following his unnecessarily